Last question today. Ian wrote in. Ian said, you've talked about, good picture. You've talked about the NFL changing the kickoff rules to increase player safety on the field. Can you talk about Major League Baseball and whether they should totally do away with home plate collisions, for player safety? So yeah, we talked about how in football, the kickoff line was changed to lead to more touchbacks, which prevents runbacks, which keeps players out of harm's way in these high-risk situations. In baseball, there is a phenomena known as the home plate collision, and this often happens in a non-force play, Lewis, when a runner is rounding third base, trying to come home to score a run, and you often have the catcher blocking the base path, and the ball may be sort of around the same time getting to the catcher as when the runner is getting to the home base, and the catcher is sort of at risk of getting hit by the runner, partially to dislodge the ball, because if the ball is dislodged, it is not an out because it is not a proper tag, and partially to move them out of the way to even be able to step on home plate. So it is obviously a very high-risk thing. People get hurt with this. The question, should Major League Baseball change the rules so that you could do away with home plate collisions altogether? They already have changed the rules somewhat, which include that you cannot have the catcher is discouraged from blocking the base path if they do not have the ball, right? So that is one thing the catcher is prevented from doing. And the base runner, if the catcher is sort of near the plate, but not really on it, they're sort of to the side waiting for the ball with the idea of sort of moving towards the plate right when they get the ball, the runner is not allowed to hit the catcher to have one of these collisions unless the catcher is directly blocking the plate, which is something the runner might do to prevent a catch of the ball altogether. Mm-hmm. So they have taken some steps, but you still can have these home plate collisions. What do you think, Lewis? For player safety, as Ian says.
Just considering that situation when someone is throwing to home, I mean, I don't know if there's much else you can do, to avoid the collisions that wouldn't have a negative impact on the outcome of the game.
Right. I don't know how you can change the rules further unless you somehow change there are no force or every run home is a force play. I mean, that would completely change the rules of baseball. It would make absolutely no sense. I don't know how else you can modify the rules other than discouraging the catcher from blocking the plate when they don't have the ball and discouraging the runner from making contact with the catcher when the catcher is not directly in the base path. Those seem like the only things you can really do.
And I suppose you could do that by, finding players that, that do that. What could you do? That would be like an NFL type move.
The other thing you could do is just say, if the ball is dislodged because of a sort of what you would call a home plate tackle or collision, then it can still be an out, right? So then you create a situation where it is the same type of tag out that happens at second and third base on a non-force play. I mean, could you do that and just say, it's got to be a tag, you can't block the plate, and you also can't try to dislodge the ball by slamming into the catcher? You could do that. It would change the game. I don't think baseball purists would really like that.
Probably not. And you're still going to have situations where it's clear that, the runner or, the players are trying to avoid that collision or that situation, but it might happen anyway. So I don't know. I think you just have to leave it.
Do you like the home plate collisions in baseball?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, I watch football for the physicality of it. I mean, that's the whole point, right? But in baseball, I don't think it adds anything to the game.
So your enjoyment of baseball, to the extent that you enjoy it now, which is minimally, would not be affected by a change to the home plate collision rule?
No, I don't really watch baseball, and if the rule were to change, I think I would still probably not watch much baseball.
Very good. So Lewis completely unaffected by this entire discussion. That I like. All right, we have a fantastic bonus show for you today. Let me remind you that on Tuesday, the day of my 32nd birthday, we will be having a birthday-related membership special, a fantastic discount for anybody who wants to sign up for membership at a discounted rate. Of course, this program is funded mostly by people who sign up for membership. So if you want to support us at a discount on my birthday, go to davidpakman.com. Just make sure you sign up for our newsletter, mailing list, call it what you will. It's on the left side of the page. Sign up. Tuesday, you will get an email with a link to this fantastic discounted membership offer. And then you would be able to get the bonus show, which starts in just a couple of minutes.